What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about why you should shoot in RAW and why JPEG isn't really necessary. Let's talk about it. Now, if you missed the video where I explain what JPEG and RAW is, that's going to be right here, which also explains a lot of other photography terms if you are starting out, or if you would like to learn more about what actual things mean when people are talking about photography. That's going to be right here, which is a super helpful video, I think. It is rather long, but it is super in-depth, super explains a lot of things. So, to quick recap, JPEG is a very compressed file when it comes to photography, and most point and shoots shoot in JPEG. Obviously DSLRs, mirrorless cameras have the ability to shoot in JPEG, but most professional photographers shoot in RAW. What that means is raw images are huge files that have a lot of data when it comes to editing. Now, I took the exact same photo. I'm using my Lightroom mobile on my iPad, which actually I prefer to edit on here just because it gives me a lot of space. And I like using my pencil to do the selective tool and things like that. It just makes it a lot easier, but I love Lightroom Mobile. I think it's so great, so easy. And I actually did another tutorial on how to do that on your phone with phone images, and that's gonna be right here as well. But I wanted to show you that I took the exact same photo. One is RAW and one is JPEG. It's literally the exact same, but I wanted to edit them and show you what that means. I'm going to edit the RAW photo first, and I'm going to edit that like I normally would any photo that I post or any photo that I want to print or sell to a client or anything like that. I'm going to edit that first like I normally would. Then I'm going to take that exact same editing profile that I use, whether it's a preset or anything, like everything that I've done on this photo, I'm actually just gonna copy it and put it onto the JPEG version and show you what the difference is on that. But first of all, I moved over so you guys could see a little bit better. The RAW photo, I was just out at a park and I had my camera with me and I took this photo. It is a little dark, and that is something that I chose to do because I could always brighten it up and post. But this is the RAW image. This is the JPEG image. You can see a lot of things are different, and they should basically be the exact same photo because I took them within seconds of each other. The lighting didn't change at all. But I wanted to point something out first off and foremost. When I zoom in to this, it focuses up in Lightroom, it takes a second. I shoot on a Sony a7S III. It's 12 megapixels. It's not like something insane that you could blow up on a billboard, obviously, because it's just 12 megapixels versus Canons that are 24, like all these crazy things. But this still is a solid image. I mainly do video, so this is why I do this. But I zoom in here, and it is pretty crisp, pretty lovely. I go to here, and you can see it's a bit grainy, a bit noisy, a bit blurry. Even when the part that's in focus, when you zoom out, this part in the curve here isn't focused to the eye. But then when you zoom in, not so much, right? So let me edit this raw photo first. I'm going to actually bump up the exposure just a bit. Not a ton, because I like a dark and moody photo. Okay, I don't ever want to hit 1. So, and I'm also gonna bump down my black, just because I like a good rich green, I just love rich colors. So that is color, that's all I'm gonna do with color. I'm also going to put a preset on it. I use the Dirty Boots, Messy Hair presets. I also make my own if I don't like any of those. Normally these do the job, so I'm gonna scroll through them with you. And that's not it. I don't really like any of these. Okay, I actually like the way this looks. All I'm gonna do is go back to my color. I'm gonna press done. And then I'm going to go back to my color. I'm gonna warm it up a bit, just because I love a good warm photo. So I'm going to temp this right about maybe there. Okay, I like that. So just an FYI, when it says this is 6215K, K is not 1000, it's Kelvin. Kelvin is the temperature gauge that you edit warmth and temperature in when it comes to photography. So fun fact. But I'm pretty fine with this photo. I might actually bump up the blacks a bit. Maybe pull this contrast down. No, I like the other way. I'm gonna bump these whites down. Okay, I actually really like that. It's pretty basic, not super warm, it's just a flower photo. And if I wanted to, I could crop this and it'd be that. And it would be a lovely photo to frame, to put on like a stock image website if you wanted to sell that. But it is what it is, it's this. So I'm pretty happy with the color, the composition of this. So I'm actually gonna go up here to the top. There's a setting that says copy settings. So I'm gonna do exactly that. Everything is here that I did. Yes, perfect. So here's our JPEG image. I am interested to see what this looks like when I paste it, because as you know, it should look exactly like this and things like that, but I highly doubt it's going to. So then we're gonna do paste settings. And here's our difference. Is this a bad photo? No, it's a light and airy photo. It's not my favorite look, but as you can see, the detail on this is not very good. I would not crop this in and frame it. It's just the color, the whites are blending together, everything like that. So this was our raw image. Beautiful. Look at the detail on these flowers. It's on the iPad, so I'll actually post the photos side by side here so you can tell the difference. But I mean, just looking at this, when you scroll back and forth, it doesn't even look the same. And this one is raw. This one is JPEG. I literally copied and pasted the exact same thing on it. But as you could tell, this one didn't move a lot when it comes to depth. This one, extreme depth. Just because there's so much data stacked on this photo as a raw image. Whereas this one, not a whole lot going on. The blacks are bumped up so high. Like even, I would have to edit this photo by hand as I'm doing now to even get close to what that looks like. Now, this looks better, but when you're shooting, like it's still not this. This image is crispy, lovely, I love it. This photo is not it for me. So I'm going to export to camera roll so you guys can see this. I'm gonna export to camera roll. And I'm gonna put them up side by side in 1 second. So here is the JPEG image and here is the raw image. Now you might like this photo and want to go with that look. That's totally fine. It's a light and airy situation. I like a more dark, deep, rich color, so that's my raw here. But you could also do this as a light and airy photo as well. The problem is, when you blow this one up, it's not gonna work out. And even though this one is 12 megapixels as a Sony, it's still gonna blow up and be a beautiful photo. The JPEG, the larger the pixels are, it just doesn't work. It's like coloring over a coloring book that's already been colored. The photo is not what you want it to be. It's not manipulative as you want it to be, and you have zero control over this. This you have complete control over in most ways. So if you are like becoming a photographer, aspiring photographer, if you just want to up your game when it comes to posting Instagram photos or providing product photography for clients, shoot in RAW, not in JPEG. I just wanted to make this quick video just to show you what the difference is. I did the exact same photo, one in RAW, one in JPEG, and I did the exact same editing on both, and you can see that they're not the same thing, even though I literally copied this photo's edits to this photo. It doesn't work out, it's not the same. Is this photo a bad photo? No, but I would not provide this to a client. I would not put this on a stock website because it just doesn't work. This I would gladly hand over to a client because I know the quality and the data is there for me to edit it however I want, and anytime I want and go for the look that they're looking for. This is not so, it's not so able to be manipulative and to be taken care of in a way that would look like this at the end. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a super quick video, but I wanted to make it just to show you what the difference in that would be. And this Thursday, coming up on Thursday, April 8th, we are going live. We are talking about my Hawaii trip breakdown that's coming up in a couple weeks, and starting up with the plans of that, hanging out, chatting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would love to chat with you, and I would love for you to show up and get into the community and to hang out with all the other cool cats and kittens. Carol Baskin, where's she at these days? Quarantine, am I right? Also, thank you guys so much for sticking around. And for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm so glad you're here. And I'm so glad that you are hoping to stay tuned for really cool things that are coming up. Hawaii, lots of other solo trips, just things like that. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and turn on that bell notification. It's on the other side of the subscribe button, and you'll get notified every single time I post a video, which is every Tuesday and Thursday. And until next time, guys, be beautiful humans. Bye.